Blessings to you, family. Welcome back, everyone. Today, God is telling you to cut certain people and things off. Now, this is not the first time that the Lord has said this, even within the last several months. So again, like I've said many times before, when God says things on repeat, He's making sure that you're getting the message. And so today, when He's talking about cutting things off, then He wants you to really pay attention. Even pay attention to how you've been feeling lately. Sometimes we start to feel sluggish spiritually, which actually can even cross over to physically as well. Sometimes you start to feel sluggish. Sometimes you start to have anxiety or anxiousness. Sometimes worry will start to creep up on you. These are all signs that you need to move on from a specific situation or person, okay? Even friendships and relationships. And I know a lot of you say, like, well, what about family? Should you still do it for family? Yes, because God says that He is the vine dresser, okay? And that He prunes those things that need to be cut off. Now, how I saw this in the spirit was that you've been confined and that you've overgrown and outgrown certain situations and relationships, including family members, okay? And God is saying that those things have to be pruned. Remember, it's not just the things that don't bear fruit that God says that He prunes or cuts off, but it's also the things that do bear fruit, but He needs more fruit to come from it as well. And those things have to be pruned also. So keep that in mind. Okay, now the next step is this. Anytime God is telling you to cut someone off, you don't have to do it angrily. You don't have to do it even out of retaliation. You never want to do it from that place. You never want to do it because they did something and now you're just trying to get back at them. No, you always want to do these things in love. And sometimes love has to be stern. There have to be boundaries, okay? So even with family members, then if God is telling you, you've got to cut it off, you've got to move on, then you need to be obedient. This is the other piece that the Lord was saying, that you've been dragging it out. You don't want to do that, whether it's with friendships or any type of relationships. Don't keep dragging it out because you're afraid of what's going to happen after you cut them off. You've got to remember, talk about this, swift obedience, you guys, swift obedience. So don't continue to just have these things like they're holding on by a thread is how I saw them and how the Lord was describing it. And you don't want to just keep them dangling on or have you dangling on to them when you know in your spirit, not your flesh, not just your emotions, but in your spirit, that God is saying to cut it off. So I pray that you take heed to this word, that you do it quickly, you do it in love, you release them, you surrender them over to God, and as well as surrender your heart over to Him to help you to do it. So I pray that you have courage, boldness, and strength to do these things today. All right, I love you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.